So I think we had a little glitch there, but we'll try to glue these two videos together. Or maybe it's two videos. It'll be fine. So there's where we left off, the Kidron Valley, looking out over that. And this is a Druze community. Druze are not Jews. They're not Muslims. They're not Christians. They're their own little group, and very proud group, and very hospitable. This is like the local center. I don't remember if the restaurant is in there and upstairs or not. That's not the one I'm picturing. But I couldn't find a picture of the actual restaurant we'll go to. So the next slide shows a different Druze restaurant in another part of Israel, so you can get an idea of what the food's like. So you see that table there. You can see the others, but especially that table. That's some really good food. Is that look good, Kim?
That is some very good food. And I know Brian loves the shawarma. And just to go and be able to see this, he's a carnivore, of course. And just to see all this meat on I don't know even what that's called, but Mediterranean food was never my love language until I went to Israel, and now I will find me some good hummus because of these trips.
And hummus goes directly to my gut. Doesn't build muscle, doesn't give me energy, it's just a meat, but I love it. I eat it here, and I definitely eat it in Israel. So the point I want to make with food is a reminder of, you're going to want your own food. I mean, I'm from the South, and so chicken fried okra, and barbecue, Tex-Mex, oy vey. Those are that's American stuff. You're going to miss that, but the quality you get in Israel is going to be really good, and you can see that, and it's really fresh. So for you guys who love fresh foods, you're going to be in heaven. So
it doesn't feel like it's sticking to your gut. So I feel like the hummus there doesn't really stick to your gut as much as you should do a test on that. And see, because I think it's a lot different than the American hummus.
Just a sidebar, I just got back from a mission trip to Brazil, and I tried not to overeat, and I gained 3 pounds.
Isn't it hot right now?
It's wintertime there.
Oh.
I gained 3 pounds. I got it off now, and Kelly gained more. Now she got it off plus some because she's more disciplined.
Okay. You revived that comment.
Right. And I was really irritated because she didn't try not to overeat. Right. She enjoyed it. I wasn't enjoying it, and I still gained weight. So I'm going to come back from Israel gaining weight. There's just no way around it. So the next place we'll go is so then after lunch we get back on the bus for about 30 minutes and we go to Megiddo. You guys probably know this, but Megiddo is Armageddon is based on the word Megiddo. Har means mountain. Megiddo is a place, a location, so the mountain of Megiddo, this is it. I couldn't find any really good pictures of it that I wanted to show, but it's an archaeological site, and in this view you'll look up here, you'll see in the distance you can see that valley again. I think that's the Jezreel Valley, and so you'll climb there. There's some lessons to be learned there, some teachings from Revelation and whatnot, and just again, this is the Jezreel Valley, where we're going to see those end of Ezekiel wars, where we see the Revelation 19 wars. This kind of stuff happens right here at Megiddo, the real Armageddon. Now, so that's after lunch. We hit Megiddo, not far away from that. Actually, it's another about 20, 30-minute ride on the bus. We go to Nazareth. Now, there's 3 things that we like to do in Nazareth. We usually do 2 of the 3, because if you do all 3, it takes all day. And so us being a Messianic group, this is probably what we'll do. This is a picture from the Nazareth village. And it's something they started about 2005, and we got to go to it when it was brand new. But they've gotten this, carved out this area of Nazareth, and they've recreated a first century village. People in costume walking around and showing you how things worked. And it's really cool, and it's really neat to go to on your first day, because it kind of puts this in perspective. Okay, and Yeshua would have been doing this. Peter, Mary would have done this.
Or wearing this.
Wearing this, right. So it's going to be, I really enjoyed it. It's not one of those high octane moments like, wow, but it really sets the table for those moments.
Absolutely.
The next thing that happens in Nazareth is usually on the way out, we go to this high perch that looks out over the city. And they really believe that this is probably the spot where they took Yeshua when they were going to stone him, and he went through the crowd and left because it wasn't his time yet, and because it's the highest spot near Nazareth.
That makes sense. I didn't know that when I was standing there.
Yeah, so it's one of those spots that probably is the place. And just for your information, for a long time they said, "Oh, this whole thing is made up. There's no first century Nazareth," and then they found first century Nazareth. So it's almost like the Bible is true.
Right.
You know?
Maybe it is smarter than we are.
But the other thing that we don't usually do, and I don't plan to do with this group, sometimes my regular church groups, but is right here in this picture, you'll see this gray dome kind of thing. That's the church that's been built over the site where they believe Jesus is home to have been when he was growing up. No real archaeological proof of that, but it is a popular site. It's really venerated. We don't generally go because you can see how crowded Nazareth is. It's hard to get a bus in there. I'm not a big icon person. I don't think anybody on this particular trip is going to be. And also Nazareth itself, like Bethlehem, at statehood in 1948 was about an 85% Christian city, Arab Christians. Right now it's about a 95% Muslim city. The Christians have moved out. Some cases have been pushed out. Christianity is growing in Israel. It's the only place in the entire Middle East that's growing. But Bethlehem and Nazareth are both Muslim cities now, and I'm just not particularly comfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
So the other place, the Nazareth Village and the Lookout, we can go to with complete comfort and everything. But so then we do that. Now, at that point of the day, we're going to be heading to our hotel. This picture is nice and sunny in the summer. We're in December, y'all. So one of the things we have to do is catch the daylight because days are shorter, right? And so seeing these sights by the evening, so it'll be dark when we get there. But you can see, this is our hotel. That thing right there. There's those little, you've been on those boats if you've been to Israel and the Galilee. This is the Sea of Galilee. This is our hotel. This is in the city of Tiberias on about the bottom of the top third of the Sea of Galilee. And it's right there on the water. I don't know if we're going to be able to immerse there, but I'm hoping we will so that on our last day in Tiberias before we go to Jerusalem, I think it'd be really spiritually meaningful to immerse in the Galilee and then go to Jerusalem.
Yes. You know? Kind of prepare to go up to Jerusalem.
That would be the hope. So looking at this hotel a little bit so you know what to expect, this is one of the rooms. This is a nicer hotel than I usually stay in Israel. Our friend Brent Avery, who does New Covenant tours, really overdid it.
Yeah, that's a step up from Nazareth.
Yeah, it is. I think partly is because we reserved while the prices were low and then the war hit. And so now prices are probably going up. But very nice room. And then the next one will be their dining area. Because again, I wanted you to see, have some comfort in the food. You can see there's lots of choices. On the other parts of this bar, there'll be meat choices. This is just where the picture was. And so again, I wanted to comfort people because when you're on a bus and you're on a tour, you can't control things. Like when I leave here, if I'm hungry, I'll stop and grab a burger. Or maybe I'll say, I'll just go home. We've got food at home. But it's my choice. When you're on a tour, you don't have that choice. It's like I get in the bus and I go where they take me. And so knowing that when you get home to the hotel, you have some control.
Right, and look at all that color there too. Yeah,
very, very nice. So that's our last slide and our last comment on that first day. It takes us from the coast of Israel where we went that first night and we were dead dog tired and I made you stay up till 11 and you got up, had some good breakfast, got on the bus and we traveled and saw some fantastic things. We get to this hotel to relax. We'll be in this hotel for 2 or 3 days. Let's see. A couple of nights, and then we'll head to Jerusalem. And so we'll cover each of those days in the future. You got any comments or closing questions or anything?
No, I just need December to get here of 2027.
Yeah. It's a little cruel to do all this up front, but we really, as I emphasized before, really want to make this a trip about people and not about going to the land or getting numbers to make this trip work. I want a bunch of people. We've filmed this video like 3 times and lost it and everything, so maybe I didn't, but I want this trip to be about people who love Yeshua, who love Israel, who love each other, and are focused on the mission of sharing God's light with the world. You know, we see in Isaiah, he was a light to the nations. Well, it's time for us to be a light to the nation.
Yes, amen, absolutely.
Well, thank you for listening. We'll have these posted at Messiah, Texas and Menorah Bible Fellowship websites, the various links to the various videos. And I hope that you'll join us. And if you have any questions, let us know.
Thank you for letting me come along with you on day 1.
Thank you for helping out.